I guess it would help if I turned it on. Whoops. 3 whole streams. Oh, Cam, thank you for coming to 3 whole streams. You've been muted for weeks now. I knew it. I knew no one was gonna tell me. It's just okay muted. Oh, okay. Alright, I'll just go back. I'll go back to being muted if that's better. I come to only whole half streams. Hi Lamalkai, good to see you. So, we're currently in a run. Let's see. Our TYPHLOSION is already level 15, so we need to really do our best to not have any battles until the gym. If we can help it. Trainer battles. We hit early 15 because our rival's Pokemon was Blissey. So we just got so much XP out the gate. He's stressing me out. Okay. Got like a really weird pattern. Or lack thereof. Okay, we get Bullet Seed. Which I don't know. Would be really cool if you could learn this. Okay, we can't learn Bullet Seed, so we have Poison Sting, Thunder, Thunder Wave, and Crush Claw. Whew. Tire hit, okay. Not bad. Oh, nice to have. Cool. I like Sviper. Max Potion. Okay, that's good. Very, very good. I'm not gonna make the mistake we did with Crobat and not take whatever berry she has. That one Ross berry I think would have saved our run last time. Okay, we go up here. Avoid them. Alright. We're in the clear for that at least. Oh, can you guys hear the game, by the way? Yes? Okay, very good. What do you mean, unfortunately? Listen to this sound. Best. I love that sound. Hi, Lab Wolf. Thanks for the hydrate. Alright. Freaking gym time. It'll probably give you an Oranberry. Guess we can see what else we have. Can't give you this. We've got Moo Moo Milk. Dire hit, max potion, and a full heal. That's not too bad. And we've got quite a few berries. Can I redeem 190 hydrates? I'm not gonna hydrate them all. I'll warn you now. I'm not taking 190 sips. Okay. Nice. I gotta look at our moves again real fast. Because we... No, I think we'll be okay. So say, I don't think anything completely walls us, but some things definitely wall us. Like, we do not want to see Golurk. Golurk will be really bad news. I like Tyrogue. Okay, Mega Houndoom. Nice. That's not gonna do much. That's gonna do a lot. Ooh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad, actually. Phew. Oh, I'm thinking of Revenge, not Reversal, I think. Portfish. Nice. How goes the run? We're not having a bad... Hold on. This is looking okay going into Roxanne right now. Oh, I should just hit it again. It's okay. Just gonna see if I could just cheese a little bit of healing before Roxanne. But those trainers weren't so bad. I'm stressed. Cosplay Pikachu. And stream. Oof. First turn paralyzed. Stop. Don't say that. Oh, good. Good, good, good. The sandstorm's still gonna be going though, which kind of sucks. Olive. Wish we had a stab move. Nice. Oof. Okay, we got paralyzed by the wrong Pokemon, but that's okay. Ooh. That's 3 damage? Okay. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Don't stress. Don't stress. We got our moo moo milk. We still survive the sand. Another core fish? Okay, now we max potion. Nice. This is, this is what you like to hear. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna use our... Where is it? We got cherry berry. Thank you. A lot more than double. Do you think we land this? Okay, good. Someone have drizzle, please. Okay. Oh, someone make this sandstorm go away, please. I'm so sick of it. Oh. That's nice, that's nice. Ghost. Okay, we can't crush claw. We poison sting. We have another cherry though. It's not, okay, it's not over yet. It's not over yet. Hold on, everybody. Oh, it might be. It might be. Oh, fuck. Yeah. It's over. Even if I hit thunder there, it doesn't die with the potion. That's so sad. Oh. Man, of course it had Perish Song. Of course it did. Well, okay. Status, weakness move, if all else fails, Perish Song, Destiny Bond. I'm saying. Now we go to the gas station. Yeah, do you guys want anything? I'm gonna go get a twisted tea. Think about my sorrows that we just lost Typhlosion on Typhlosion Thursday. Dreadnought. I missed it. Did we fail? Jamie, on the last Pokemon, which was Pumpkaboo, so it was part ghost, it had Perish Song. And it paralyzed us. Is that insane? A moonstone. You don't say. Okay, it's mid. And Sandstorm when you don't have Cloud9. I know. Of course. Okay, mid one. Who is it? Shelgon. Zweilous and Grafaiai. That's so funny to get both of these Pokemon. I love Shelgon. And we didn't retry. It was Typhlosion. I don't think there was a way that I could have won, or else I would have retried. The run actually felt really, really solid, but knowing that Pumpkaboo has Perish Song, I don't think... Like, with the Sandstorm and Paralysis, it was so doomed. This is not good. Oh my god. Heal Bell, Aromatherapy, Defense Curl, and Bullet Seed. Yeah, if we could have learned one other move, preferably a fire move, I think we would have been in better shape. But our strongest move being a normal type, so I just couldn't hit the ghost, was just sad. Okay, Shelgon. Let me open the nicknamer. Oh wait, it's messed up. Sorry, re-enter. If you just entered, re-enter. There we go. Did you know Shelgon is named George Washington? I didn't know that. You're so insightful. I wish I had Pokopia right now. I got so excited. I saw the email today and I was like, oh, yippee. When does it get here? Wise one, what do you want to name Shelgon? And then it said it's not going to be here till Monday. Cam will be so excited. Does Cam even know that we have a Shelgon? I was gonna name it not Cam. That's crazy. Can I have your Switch? Which one? The 2? No. Sorry, Ray. Yeah, thanks for asking. Disappointy. Oh, because the moves. It's like, that's not... How do you spell this? Vern, how you liking the game? Oop, I spelled it wrong. I spelled disappointy. Iswin Sneasel. Let's see. We've got... We only learn one move and it's at 15. Which is pretty rough. Oh wait, I didn't even check. We have Shell Armor. Which we like blocking crits, that's nice. God, our moves are so bad. This for sure I think is a pivot. Only learning one move? Yeah, we gotta pivot. If we even make it past this. I don't know how we could. Oh, let me hit the defense curl real quick. Hi Casey, good to see you. It has sky attack? Okay. I'm one of the few that hates Pokopia even though it's Pokemon's highest rated game. Is it just not your kind of game? You didn't like Dragon Quest Builders either? This is... Yeah. I don't see us... I don't see us winning here. Never like world building games? Yeah, fair enough. Wow. No one even knows what aromatherapy does. We get a crit. Just one time. Just for fun. You got battle dance. Yeah, maybe it'll confuse itself. That's like our win condition, is if it fatigues and then hits itself before it kills us. Lifey! Just a few months. Thank you for the 96 months, man. I appreciate it.
Just a few months.
Oh, CJ! Thank you so much, too! Oh! Oh! Cam, don't get too attached. This is looking real bad right now. Oh, it's over. Cam, look at this moveset it gave me. Literally, what? Can we where the hell? Hold on, just look at this. What the hell is this? Defense Curl, Aromatherapy, Heal Bell, and Bullet Seed. Is that not crazy? Okay, anyways. To the next. It's a glorified Metapod. He's in his cocoon phase. How you doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. I was debating between playing more of the Ironmon or buying Resident Evil Requiem. But when I checked the Discord before I went live, we had a vote on it, and it was completely even. It was 11 to 11, so I was like, all right, let's do Ironmon instead of buying the new game, because that game is like $70. But I do still want to play it since I don't have Pokopia yet. Don't buy it. I already played it for you. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. Thanks, Casey. Resident Evil 9 is my game of the year. It looks really good. I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but I really, really, really want to play it. Seven, it's like 180 CAD. Seriously. It's expensive. Did we have a poll? Did I miss it? Who won? If not, I'll just let the game do it. We'll roll it. Okay, game says left. Virizion. Azurill. Brother. Sorry, I can't pick Zamazenta. And I can't pick Virizion. So I have to pick Azurill. The 190 base stat Pokemon.
And I missed the Cinder Run. How far did you get?
Hi CJ. Thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it. We got to Roxanne. It was a pretty promising run. And then, her Pumpkaboo, or, yeah, her Pumpkaboo. Funny. Had Perish Song. Ooh, hold on. We've got Knockoff, Rock Tomb, Heatwave, and Vital Throw. And Huge Power that we can use because we're at 190 base stat. Now, wait a second. Now, hold on just a moment. Hold on, little Azrael. What, it evolves with friendship, right? Which is good, because it can't faint anyways. Hmm. Can we just get a little love and appreciation for this sprite? It's so cute. It's so dang cute. Where do I put you? I'll put it right there. Boing, boing, boing. Okay, let's see. Ray, what are we naming Azrael? I had a terrible name ideas. Good thing I didn't win. Oh. Jimothy. It's a girl. What about Jamantha? Can we... It is young Peekaboo. That's true. Jillothy. We're going with Jillothy. Hi, Ike. Good to see you. Portal. Not a bad pivot either, evolving at 16. But honestly, like, this is pretty good. We're even Brave Nature. Hold on. We're Brave with Huge Power, but we're Azrael. Like, this is like a really good set on a Pokemon that has like 20 HP total. We have a fire move. That's true. If it dies, I'm never coming back. Don't say that. Oh, you'll be back. Don't say that. Just keep in mind, I'm going against Virizion or Zamazenta right now. I'm pretty sure it's Zamazenta, which is a steel type. So it just... Jillothy's got the odds stacked against her a little bit. But we got Heat Wave. Zamazenta has color change. Okay, we've got Rock Tomb. Okay, we've got Vital Throw. Stop it. Oh. Sorry, Jillothy. I wanted it to be the way. We just didn't have a good chance. Isn't the base form just fighting? Oh, you might be right. It might just be fighting. I thought that Zamazenta was steel and Zacian was fairy, and then in their other forms they gained fighting type. But maybe I've got that backwards. Oh. Chari, whoa. Now they gain steel. That makes sense because their weapons are steel. Okay. Super potion. Not a bad item to start with. Becker says right. Bon sweet. Charmander was left. But Lycanroc Midnight was right. I like this Lycanroc. I'm a fan. Dusk form is my favorite. But I like Midnight form. Aeroblast, Shadow Ball, Bubble Beam, Feint Attack. Okay, hold on. We got a stab move, a ghost move. We got Lugia, special move, and Bubble Beam. We might be okay. Okay, Growlithe has Water Absorb. And then okay, what did we do with that? That is so crazy. Oh wait, we're pure rock. I always think that this form has part dark. We do not have a stab move. My bad. Good night, J-Ma. It should be rock dark. It just seems like it would be, right? Like it's like the lichen at night. Got glowing red eyes. It just seems very dark type. Okay. Ray, you just named it, so I'm gonna re-roll it. Suki. What is Lycanroc's name? Should I even ask? Should I just start typing it? I know the drill. Balboa? I was so wrong. Just when I think. It seems so predictable. It is. It's like Rocky Balboa. I get it. Like in Rocky Balboa. Oh, wait, what do we got? Hold on. Static? Not bad. Attack down, special defense up. Ooh, that's not great. Against Charmander. You likely don't have Water Absorb, right, Charmander? Woohoo! If this one dies, I'm for sure never coming back. Okay. Ray, you gotta come back. Look, you could see Rodon Mo. Where else could you see Rodon Mo potentially? Should we just take a peek? Riolu. What attempt is this? We are currently on attempt 61. Mega Ampharos. That's not bad. I mean, we don't know what it has, but that's not bad as far as scouting. What about Rotom Stereo? True. Where's DJ Rotom? No thank you, Minior. Minior's base stat's 440? That is so much higher than I thought it was. I think I just assumed he's just a little guy. King Gambit. Dark Steel is not a bad typing. And it's level 4. But we're not gonna get its special ability, so I don't know. Base stat 550 is great though. I'm gonna attempt 130, beat Roxanne like 4 times, had Flygon reach the Magma boss. Oh, that's awesome. I've gotten to Brawly twice so far, and Roxanne has just had all the smoke for me. We're just gonna scout a little bit more. I'm not totally committed to the pivot yet. I just kind of wanted to see what was over here. Kabutops? It just really, there's just so many Mega Ampharos in this patch of grass. Yeah, I am happy that we have static. Oh, I didn't even check actually. We learn at 12 and 16, so that's during our Roxanne fight, at least. We'll get one before and then during if we get there. And we do have decent coverage moves right now, like way better than some of our other runs so far. Oh, Synchronize. That's a good one too. Am I over leveling for Roxanne? I'm usually low 20s. I try to keep it kind of like the Nuzlocke rule, so I don't go into the gym until I am the level I'm the level of her ace Pokemon, which is like 15. So that's when I enter the gym. And then when I fight the other trainers, you know, if you gain levels while beating the Pokemon, that it is what it is. But that's what I've been doing. Okay, we're just gonna heal this paralysis really fast. The level cap isn't technically in the Ironmon rules. I think it's just like a basic Nuzlocke rule that I can't get rid of. We did one where I way over leveled, and it would have been the run. Like, I think without a doubt, I got a Piplup. It had great abilities. It had great moves. It evolved into Absol. But by the time I got to Brawly, I was like level 28 or something, and I'm like, I need to put a level cap on myself because I'm doing too much. Static really is so nice. Ooh. It did trivialize it pretty heavily. Yeah, it just felt like I was just gonna steamroll, you know? It was a lucky run, but I wish that I would have given myself more limits because that could have been a really cool run had I not just overleveled like crazy. But I also was playing with different rules. I wasn't playing the total Kaizo yet either. Ooh. It's a genuine fossil Pokemon around here. So overkill. Second favorite from Gen 1. Who's your first favorite from Gen 1, Pokesaurus? Happy to see the art channel purified. Yeah, I didn't realize how many bots we had in the Discord in the art channel. And then I started going through it and I was like, oh, these are all commission bots. Yeah, it's been cleansed. Oh, wait, it's gonna be neutral? Whoops. Oh, well, that's okay. They were real people. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna commission them? My bad. They didn't say anything else in the Discord. They're just posting like every day completely different art styles. Completely different art styles of emotes and screensavers and everything. I'm like, something doesn't really add up here. When I went to London, the art channel was already Discord channel age restricted. Age restricted. I think I did that because when I first made the Discord, people would post some of their art and it'd have like tasteful nudity in it. I don't allow like any full nudity or like extremely lewd stuff, but I'm pretty sure I put the lock on that. Oh, London. Oh, wait, it's in London. It has an age restriction thing for Discord. Oh, wait, I misunderstood. So any not safe for work chat has the verification needed. Oh, I see. Most of my Ask Charlie questions are if you'd be mad at me or yell at me. I've noticed. And the answer is always no. Australia does as well, but I think it'll soon be worldwide. I know, Discord keeps saying that it's not coming to America, and I'm like, I just don't believe you at all. They're like, oh, if you're over 18, it won't. It's like, well, isn't the whole point of that to verify? I just don't believe anything that they're saying. No, a dusk stone. I swear, we always find a red flute on this beach. And the shoal shell. Yeah, moveset pretty strong this time. We just need a stab move and we'll be like in business. I have no intention of providing them with any docs after their last leaks. Me either. I'm usually kind of lax on things. But they had that humongous data leak, and then they're like, now we need to verify your face and your IDs, and it's like, hell no. I don't trust you guys at all with that. Are you serious? Oh my god, you've got color change too. Oh, they can shadow ball you now though. Woohoo! When are you planning on doing another Droptoberfest event, Charlie? It would just have to depend on like me actually making a new costume, and I have just had no time. My daughter's surgery is coming up, and then it's her 2nd birthday, and it's just been very, very busy on my end. So I would love to do another event, but we I can't find the time quite yet. What's wrong with Ray? Don't worry, she's okay. She is okay. So when I was pregnant with her, we found out that she had an overdilated kidney. And we've already had to do a surgery on it. So this is like a follow-up surgery to make sure that it stays good. She has a duplex kidney and a overdilated kidney. Well, I agree it's good to protect kids. Discord needs to be careful. If there aren't, someone will rebuild Discord with an AI in a year minimum. That's probably true. Like, the thing is like the core message is good, right? To protect kids, but it almost feels like a Trojan horse to getting everyone's information. Maybe that's me being too tinfoil hat. After this year, I have been such a conspiracy theorist nut though, so it just feels like the current state of the world to me right now. Probably need to be online significantly less. Yeah, thanks, Verbal. We did get on. We have insurance now, so hopefully it won't be too bad. You know how insurance is. It's rough. Powerful against paralyzed foes, but also heals them. What do you mean also heals them? I'm like, oh, this is so good. We have static. But I don't want to heal anybody. Yeah, just like they're using the Ring AI to track down dogs, to track down lost dogs, and definitely not anyone else. I'm glad that we're all on the same page here. My niece had liver issues, needed a transplant, but now it's 18 years later and she's fab. I had to have some heart surgery when I was little, and 40-some years later, still kicking. Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry, I get so... Can't help but get emotional when it's your little people, right? But she's doing really good. She's very healthy. She's very active. Like, you would never know that she has anything wrong. So I'm just really hoping that this surgery goes well and we can get her off her antibiotic and she can just be good. That's my hopes. I feel like we need to keep smelling salts where it synergizes so well with static. I just can't decide what we should get rid of. Like, obviously Aeroblast is extremely strong, but it is kind of niche. Maybe I would swap it for... Bubble beam? What do you guys think? Oh, it heals the paralysis after the move is done. Oh, well that's not that bad. Because they could just static again. Then technically they could just get paralyzed again. You said check move coverage. Is there an easier way to do that in the tracker that I just didn't know about? I'm still fairly new to this tracker, so if you have tips and tricks, please, by all means. Ghost speeds Ghost, Dark, and Psychic already. That's probably true, actually. Okay, you said settings, extras, coverage calculator. Oh, I see. But then, hold on. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, I see how it goes though. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. Put flying back on there. So if we got, okay, wait, I'm understanding. So if we got rid of Dark, that actually makes the most sense, I think, too, because if we got rid of Shadow Ball, then our Dark move doesn't do super well against fairies. Like, these will hit neutrally, I guess. Yeah, I think that's probably right. I think that's probably the right move. Oh, you told me to try it with Bubble Beam. Whoops, I just made an executive decision. That's my fault. I should have seen what happened with Bubble Beam. Whoops. We could fight him. Grass Ghost. Yeah, so this is good. Smelling Salts unfortunately won't work against a ghost, but we've got Shadow Ball for it, so seems okay to me. Aww. I love Glaceon. Hi Winter, good to see you. A small part feels bad. The loader jack I sent a while back is too big for you. Please don't feel bad. I love it. It's very comfy. I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, I'm a fan of a big jacket. It's the duck. David, it's level 5. we actually, it has trace. Hold on. Let's not be crazy. Did we know the duck was this fire? Wait a minute. Pivot right now or you hate me? Wait. Balboa's kind of crazy though. If I pivot to Psyduck, mostly, you're not totally kidding though, is the thing. Here it's actually pretty effective. Oh, your Psyduck lure. Yes, please update me on that. Damn, this is tempting. We could go back. There's a couple trainers back there that I missed. Ah, we can't. It'll kill the run. You know what? I feel strongly that we're gonna get Psyduck organically too. Yeah, that was way too tempting. We were close to throwing the run just so I could have Psyduck. Did you know that Ray calls Psyduck Psydo? And she goes, wah, wah. Now you know. She does. That big Piplup, we have a big playroom in the front. It's like, I made it in, my whole front living room is like a kid jungle gym. And the Piplup plush is out there, and her and Cinder play with it all the time. Okay. Pesto berry. Let's see what this lady has for us. You remember. Oh my gosh. I think I already told you guys, but when we went, or not went, we showed her the trailer for the new Pokemon. And we go, my husband goes, do you like them? And she goes, I like them, I do. She's never said something like that before. It was so funny. And I go, which one's your favorite? And she goes, Birdie. She's a Brout fan, so other Brout enjoyers know that my daughter is among you. He's so freaking fun. Guys, next month she turns 2. Is that wild? Oh. Oh, we got Shadow Ball. We K. That's not true, right? It doesn't seem real to me. Like her doctor's appointment was coming up. I got a notification on the calendar and it's like Ray's 2-year appointment, and I'm like, 2 years of what? Oh. Oh, that 2 years of being alive. Like jarring. Soon she'll be in college. Hey, don't even joke, bruv. I can't emotionally handle it. It's really what it feels like. Two years of being. I've been a water starter guy all the way up to Galar, and then I chose Score Bunny. But Brout will be my first grass starter. Oh, I love that. I love that for you and Brout. The Brout memes have gone crazy. It's so funny. Like the first day, everyone, right? Not everyone, but the internet consensus, every time there's new starters, it's like, these look like Fakemon. These don't look like Pokemon. These look like Pal World. And then you give it like 5 days. And suddenly it's like, this is my favorite guy in the whole world. I'm guessing that Shelgon run ended by that Grafaiai, right? Yeah, we only had Bullet Seed against Grafaiai. It was so over. We Aeroblast. I don't like the water starter. He looks like those squeeze toys. I am not switching up on Gekwa. I love Gekwa. I am a Gekwa super fan. The moment I saw it, it was love at first sight. I love its big head. I like its big eyes. I like its big tail. It's so disproportionate and cute. I love it. Huge fan. Are you planning on playing Vocopia, Charlie? Yes, I pre-ordered it a month ago. But it just shipped out today. And so my tracking says it's not going to get here till Monday, so that's why we're not playing it right now. Or else we would be. Okay, we gotta fight one more trainer. Because I'm not walking into that gym a moment too soon. Oh god, it's her. Pangoro's so cool. I didn't even think about how good of coverage Aeroblast is for fighting types. Because fighting types are so strong against us. Okay, very important. I know some people that got their PC pre-orders today, then was shocked yours was Monday. I actually couldn't believe it. I pre-ordered it like back in January. But it's okay. I do hope that Brout won't be a fighting type. Look, like, not that Pokemon has a great track record of not reusing the same typing for starters over and over again. Looking at the triple firefighting Pokemon. But we did just get grass fighting with Hisuian Decidueye, did we not? Was that its typing? Pretty sure. Which was also a bird. And that just feels like they probably wouldn't do that again immediately. I would think. I would hope. I don't know. Fingers crossed. Wait. I almost walked in here with 2 Aeroblasts. Am I insane? And Chestnut, that's true. And Chestnut. But, like, we just barely had a bird grass fighting. That just seems like a real double dip. Every time we get a moonstone, I'm like, where were you? Where were you? We needed you 24 runs ago. That's a pretty nice Mon. Too bad we don't have a whole lot of trainers to train it up with. But Luxray kind of goes crazy. No. We not pivot yet. Okay. Let's see. What do we got? Super Potion, Energy Powder. Nice. Fresh water. Okay. Not so bad. Can you learn Bullet Seed? I feel like every time I just gotta check. Oh wait, I just gave it Bullet Seed. Hold on. Give that back. Okay, give you this Orange Berry. Hold on, it's being a little weird. You gave him a CD. He's like, I don't want to listen to this. I don't want to listen to your mixtape, man. Nope. Okay. Here we go. Nice. Dario Rodum. Frickin' Cyndaquil. Cute. Oh, Roxanne. Pupitar? Pupitar is rock ground? Why did I not know that? That's so crazy. Why did I not know that? I knew that was Larvitar. For some reason I thought Pupitar was pure rock. I don't have a good reason for that. Nice. And we crit. Ooh. Psychic. Okay, let me go to my handy dandy coverage calculator real fast. Too bad it's special. That's true, but I'll give it back. Surely we don't need smelling salts. Winter? Smelling? We have static. So if they get paralyzed, smelling salts does double damage. It's pretty strong. I feel like once we had a ground or rock move, we'd be unstoppable. I'm trying to think. Psychic is really strong, but probably not strong on us. And it's really only super helpful against poison types. It'd be cool to do the secondary typing be weak against what is strong against for the first types, like fire beats grass, beats water, and then electric, ground, water, ice, if that makes sense. Oh, totally. Well, they did that with the, was it Kalos starters? Where they did the dark, fighting, and psychic secondary types. I always thought that was pretty cool. Nah, I'm not gonna. I was thinking Bubble Beam's our other special move. And I think Psychic is just a stronger move than Bubble Beam, but we might just get more coverage with Bubble Beam. Watch, I say that and Roxanne's gonna have all these damn Psychic or poison Pokemon. It would not be funny, David. That's where you're wrong. It wouldn't be that funny. It would make me very mad. What would be funny is turn 3 burn. Don't even joke with me, okay? Don't even joke, lad. Alright, not a bad start going into Roxanne. We didn't lose a lot of health. We didn't use a ton of moves. Whew, okay. Turn 1 Parashon? Guys, please. Holy shit, please don't have thunder. Please don't. That's crazy. Oh. Oh! We're rock. We're okay. We're okay. We don't freeze. We don't die. How did it hit 2 in a row? Using all my damn shadow balls here. Finally, we get a little special defense. Okay, that's nice. Okay. Mega Absol. We'll get it sharpened. Okay, nice, 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 nice. Crappy. Man. David, be quiet. Uh-oh. Stop that. You get it, lost its focus. I'm gonna take this opportunity. Just in case it tries to focus up again. I don't know that it will. So what do we got? Oh, these are all 50. Okay, we'll use the fresh water. Why did I not heal? Oh, why did I not heal once? For rough skin. I mean, I guess I'm dead. I could be dead either way there. Because I had another 50 point heal. Then I probably could have just got focus punched again. Damn. Unfortunate. This wouldn't have happened to Psyduck, I bet. Psyduck would have found a way. Yeah, I just misplayed pretty heavy. I mean, that was a huge focus punch. I should just hit again. Dang it. Who is Caterpie? Yeah, David's only been laughing hysterically at my misery. How can we possibly blame him for anything? Oh! We got a great ball. Nice to get a ball before the rival battle. There is a vote going on if you'd like to vote for which Pokeball we pick. Instant pivot. Okay, left it is Clinklink, Rabska, Mindfu. Okay. Mindfu evolves at level 50? Holy shit. What do we got here? Eruption? Oh, we got a stab move though. We got stab, double kick, rapid spin, and sludge bomb. Hey, this is usable, I would say. Base stat 350 though. That's not horrid. Why do you have Endure? Why do you have that? We're gonna be stuck in this again? Okay, thank you. Oh, sorry. If you'd like to name Mindfu, type !name. Oh, we have Pure Power. Isn't that that's the special attack version of Huge Power? But we can use it, at least. Let's see. Sorry, we can't stop yawning. Winter! What are we naming Mindfu? It's banned. It's only banned if they have a base stat total of 400 or higher. But as long as you're below 400 base stat total, you can keep Pure Power or Huge Power. I only know that because I got an Infernape with Huge Power and then I got my heart broken because we could not use him. Okay. Bruce Lee? Works for me. Personal best? We had a Frostmoth with color change. And she got to Brawly. And it was glorious. We almost beat him. And then he had an Entei with Sacred Fire. And it was very sad. Sacred Fire turn 1 with an Entei. So we couldn't even color change to something better to maybe resist it. Broke my heart. I'm like, do we scout a little bit? Just to see who's in here? Who are we even up against? Is it Klingling? Or Clang? Or... I don't know. I already forgot who the other two Pokemon were. Oh, it is Klingling. Honestly, this is great. It's a great matchup for us. I had a Flygon with Sacred Fire and Drought for the ability. Wow. As well as great coverage moves. That's the one that got to the Magma boss. That is crazy. Sacred Fire, Drought, Flygon. Ah. Beautiful. Goodness. That's a lot of XP. When do you learn moves, buddy? 5, 10, 15. Oh, it's just increments of 5. I had something once. I too lost something once. Oh, so many heartbreaks. Oh, Silicobra. Do what? I miss Kodiak the Piplup. Oh, it's got Arena Trap. I'll just catch it and throw it in the box. Oop. No thanks, do what? Just the Arena Trap patch. It really is. Someone has Arena Trap every time we're here. Can't even look at him, just throwing him in the box. Good luck with your life. Wait, sorry. I didn't even look. You guys can't even see the summary. We have attack up, speed down. Okay. Only this had huge power instead of pure power. Then we'd be in business. Good God. Yeah, I'll take things I didn't want to see for 500. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Turns out we're okay. Disable. That is interesting. But I think I'm more concerned about just our sheer coverage than I am about turning a move completely off. Like, I don't feel like we get rid of double kick for a long time unless we get a better fighting move, because having a stab fighting move is just really nice. Sludge Bomb is nice to have, just in general. Rapid Spin can be clutch, and it's got a ton of power points. Eruption's high damage, 100% accuracy. To get rid of our hazards for other Pokemon. But Crazy brought up a good point. It's the only way to not die to Leech Seed. I think we keep our moves. Not that like everyone has Leech Seed, but knowing with our luck, Roxanne's first Pokemon's gonna have Leech Seed, so we just can't be too safe. Why does Lombre look like that? He looked kind of menacing. He had kind of like Brout energy. Alolan Raichu is so cute. I was watching another person play and he lost in the Elite Four to turn 2 Leech Seed. Oh, that would make me so sick to my stomach. That would make me feel so sick. Getting all the way to the Elite Four. This damn arena trap. Okay, we're just gonna kick him. He's tough like that. He is, I guess. I didn't realize how tough he was. Oh, Toadstool. That's true. There's a lot of tough grass types. Turtwig. He's tough. Rowlet, tough. I don't know why I love standing next to Tiana and then keeping it moving. Teemo, tough. Teemo is a poison type? Actually, Teemo is not a grass type. Oh. I could see an argument for grass poison, actually. Double kick, just going crazy. I was really scared about that being not very effective, but it just still did so much damage for some reason. Thankfully. Probably is using very low level. We're already level 13. I should probably not be battling every single trainer. Okay, I need to start avoiding the avoidable ones before we overlevel. I do this every time. Oh, that's true. The reason is pure power. You're right. I've only been talking about it the whole time. Wow. The Master Ball. Even though everything has 100% catch rate, but potentially we could pivot to something with a Master Ball. And that's just fun. Oh, true. HM friend. We do need someone that can learn cut. Cherry berry. Oh, brother. I cannot stop yawning. I don't know what's wrong with me. Burmy, the best HM friend. Oh, can Burmy learn cut? I just assumed that Burmy could not. I went bowling and got the highest score of everyone, 150. I have never successfully done anything cool bowling in my life. Anytime someone's good at bowling, I'm like amazed. Oops, I definitely misclicked that. Did not mean to do that. Every Pokemon can learn every HM in Ironmon? What? I didn't know that! I would have caught that Psyduck just to have him on the squad. Thanks for the follow. That's crazy to have Sandstream too. Lots of pumpkaboos tonight. Yeah, I did know that. Your main guy's not allowed to learn HMs. But I didn't know. Oops, I'm talking again. Talking and playing. This is how I lose. I don't remember what I was saying. I got so mad at myself just barely. I just figured that you'd have to get multiple. But that makes a lot more sense. We're already level 4. This is gonna probably put us at 15 too. It's just like where we were with Typhlosion. We've run into enough dual-type grass Pokemon that we've really gotten some good usage out of Sludge. Wrap? Hell no. I don't want to discount chip damage, but I'm not learning Wrap. There we go. Finally we get a potion. Oh, I love Armaldo. Thank you, Cam. HP up. Oh, we gotta use that. Oops. That's not what I meant to do. Someone make me stop yawning, please. Nope. No bullet seed for you. A leaf stone. You got an elixir, that's good. I love Slitherwing. Is that crazy? Yeah. Ugh. See you later, friend. It's true. I had some trainers we could have gone back and fought, but it's just would have been so risky. It's so hard when you see a Pokemon that you have such a strong affinity for. So I'm like, I could make it work. No, I can't. I know it. No, we're not allowed to get levels with wild Pokemon, and I'm technically at the cap that I gave myself for Roxanne, so we can't fight any of these trainers either. We fought a Klinkling who just gave us a ton of XP early. Kind of like what happened with Typhlosion and Blissey. Okay. Oh my gosh. And just hold on. Just take a little moment here. Okay, we have Paralyze Heal. We have 1 potion. We have 1 berry juice. Oh wait, hold on. I didn't get several items. Forgive me. One of these could be a really helpful item. Well, I wish I could use that. You found my rock. Oh, true. Oh, that'll be nice for later. Hi, Staraptor. It's really good to see you. Love that Pokemon. Okay, and then I forgot the berries down here and the 1 item right here. And then we're good. Oh, see? That was worth. Fresh water. Alright, now we're good. I'm pretty sure that I hard capped the evolving level to level 30 so that we wouldn't have evolutions way late in the game like this. But I could be wrong. Oh, this is gonna be very nice. We haven't gotten far enough to ever see anyone evolve at level 30, so it's hard to say. I'm like, I hope I changed that setting. I'm pretty sure I did. What a menace. If not, it's gonna be a very intense journey for little main food. True. He's gonna be double kicking his way up. Well, we won't be double kicking this guy. Aww. I wish we had a Leafeon. Okay, wow, we're in good shape going into this Roxanne fight. What bullshit is she gonna have for us? We did not check what this could evolve into. I'll have to look. If we beat Roxanne, I'll look. I'm going to freak out. It's okay, it's not Therian. And it doesn't, it's fine. It's literally fine. It's literally fine. god. Holy shit. What? What the hell? Why did it? Oh my god. Holy shit, dude. That's so crazy. Okay, well, hold on. Just for the fun of it. Wow. Damn, if it would have evolved into sock or throw, it would have been so funny. Urshifu would have gone crazy too. Okay, we're going next. Roxanne is so good at beating the shit out of me. Oh my god. It keeps fighting type? Interesting. I think it's supposed to... Well, it's weird because I've checked some of the other Pokemon's evolutions, and they're not always quite as linear as that. I wonder if it's just because it evolved so late, maybe, too? 2 votes for middle? Okay. Rhydon. Poiple? This is the Lycanroc I wanted. Oh, Rhydon. We have a lot of weaknesses, buddy. But God, do I love Rhydon. Arm Thrust, Heat Wave, Iron Tail, Dazzling Gleam. Okay. It's not too bad. We have Speed Boost! Oh yeah. Tell him right on. Speed Boost is so nice. Okay, sorry. If you'd like to nickname Rhydon, type !! name. Hey, what can you evolve into? Oh. Potential to evolve into Sandaconda. Regirock. Potential to evolve into Stakataka. Flygon. Hisuian Arcanine. Gliscor. Shuckle. Shuckle is there. Shuckle is certainly on the board. Very low chance of Binacle. Or Barbacle. It's a King's Rock. Whoops! Clicked the wrong button. Excuse me. There we go. Which is funny, we found King's Rock last playthrough, so... Cam! What are we naming Rhydon? I'm blanking, okay? It's fine. Blank! Blankety, blankety, blank. The thing is, at least with Rhydon, it's not like the worst Pokemon if we don't find King's Rock for a while. Like, at one point this was a fully evolved Pokemon. Everything has Arena Trap. That's crazy. Why do you have Earthquake? Always feels so shameful getting XP in the wild battles. But I don't have a choice. I don't even have a Pokeball. Oh wait, hold on. We're quirky, so we're neutral nature. So cool. I love that Lycanroc. Oh my god, why do you have Hydro Pump? Oh, you couldn't even give me the arm thrust for the speed boost? Are we serious? You're not talking to the potion lady. Didn't know there was a potion lady. I'm gonna keep it quite frank with you. Hold on. Where is she? Are you joking? Hold on, everyone, give me a minute. Cameron, come here. You're my Emerald guy. Cam. I didn't know. Cam. I didn't know either. Cameron Animations, we are 63 runs into this and we just found out there's a designated potion lady. It always gives you a potion. Wow. That would have been nice to know. Emerald is one of the games that I have the least amount of playtime ever. Like actually playing the game. So I never knew that, so thank you for the information. Cheesecake, thank you for the raid. How are you? That is so funny. Ironmon is so fun. How was your stream, Cheesecake? What'd you get up to? Were you doing an Ironmon as well? I told you at the start, I know the HMs, but the items I'll be bad at. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. Oh, you're playing Pokopia? Of course. Of course. Wait, it locked to left and right? Okay, I guess I'll roll it. We're going left. Oricorio, Tauros, It's David. Oh, David. We have fucking Truant. Gonna throw up. Why do we have Truant? Why do you have Truant? Oh, you have Trace. you traced my Truant. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. Executive decision here. I will be pivoting. I'm not. There's no way to play this game with that shit from a butt ability. Wow. Gonna rage and run because I'm still getting over fever. Oh, well, I hope you feel better. Hello, potion lady. So, so glad to see you. Madame. This is against Oricorio. Oricorio Fire? Of all the Oricorios too? Okay. We're just walled. We're just walled and we have Truant. This is so sick. It minimized? Oh, get me out. We're going next. Ludicolo, you didn't deserve that. You did not deserve that. Get a Pokemon I like. Has Truant. It's walled by Oricorio. Makes me worry, like if I ever do actually get Sandaconda or Vaporeon or Scolipede. Change the keybinds to what? I feel like you're giving me so much good information right now. I haven't changed anything. I haven't either. Oh, okay. It's like, do you know some hidden info? Okay, middle it is. Basculin? Ulamize? Bastiodon. Oh, that could have been cool. Alright, Basculin. You and me, Basculin West. Oh, mocking me. I want to play Pokopia. Bounce, Blizzard, Aerial Ace, Dragonclaw. Hey! These are some moves. These are certainly a couple of moves. Don't do that. Ditto does not look like it's supposed to dig. Two can play at this game. Cute Ditto. If you want to name Basculin, type !name into chat. I'm gonna give it like 10 seconds. Okay. Wise one. What are we naming him? Her. Excuse me. Street busker? What does that mean? What's a street busker? Oh. We can only do busk. Like the people that perform on the side of the streets. What about street busk? That's all I can fit. Should I just do busker? Oh, I see the vision. Hold on. It kind of... ST kind of looks like Saint. Saint Busker. I know, right? The gracious saint of the street performers. Oh, sturdy? Okay. That's nice. It's definitely not Truant. That's for sure. I like his cry a lot. Wish we had a water move. Wow. Why did I think that was gonna do more? We are kind of walled here. Let's see how much Blizzard does. Oh my god, it's so over. Maybe at least with bounce I can get it to waste a move. Oh no, there's no way. Bounce does even less. Sometimes that's just the way that it is. I think I have a new rule. We're not nicknaming our Pokemon until at least we beat the rival. Because I can nickname him in the Poke Center. Hi, Ace Cal. Charcadet. So freaking cute. Alright, Shirley. Protein. Let's see what our lovely poll says. There's 1 vote for right. 2 votes for right. Vote now. Forever hold your votes. Ooh, that was close. Okay, right it is. Palmy, Crabrawler, Trevenant. Okay. It was right, correct? I didn't get to vote. You gotta be quick. Gotta be quick. Oh, we have stab double kick again. That's nice. Torment. That's nice. Ice punch. Boomerang. Or bone meringue, excuse me. Hey, this isn't so bad. Not bad at all. I believe in the dream, Crabrawler. Shed skin too? True? Hold on. Our evolutions are certainly evolutions. Okay, you know what? We're gonna nickname him. Vern, what are we nicknaming him? Her, excuse me. Hi, Frozen! Good to see you! I believe it, Vern. Believe in the dream. Wampus. What a... You know what? Because he's gonna be womping them. I see the vision. He's gonna give him a womping. Hey, Klefki. I like how that's all sped up. Oh, sorry, let me look at him so we can see all the good stuff. Shed skin is so nice. This is definitely not a bad moveset. Okay, we're against Trevenant though, which is Ghost Grass, but we have Ice Punch. So I think we should be in business here. Hope you've been swell. I have been. I hope you've been swell. Yikes. Oh, this doesn't kill though. They don't kill either though? 9 damage. That was scary. That's okay. That did make my heart race a little bit. I feel committed to the Wampus run right now. I don't feel very inclined. I don't feel super inclined to look for a pivot. Maybe I should. Intimidate Wormadam, huh? Ice is so nice for some coverage. Okay, we're just gonna be a little bit of heal scum here. Maybe we'll look. We'll just take a peek. Can only evolve in snow. How do we get snow in this game? I think it's actually a simplified evolution, so it would just be an ice stone. Hi, Latias. I wish I could pivot to you. That would be so nice. Ooh, Zangoose. Do love Zangoose. I literally just said it would be a Latias. Aww. Look who it is! Hope you don't have Truant in this run, buddy. Alright. We'll keep going. Serendipity. Bone meringue. Can the randomizer give you any ability? Yes. There's a couple abilities that were taken out that are like completely useless abilities. I don't remember what they are off the top of my head, but there is a few that you can't get. But the ones that are just bad are still in the game, like Truant or Slow Start. Okay. Cam, I don't think I've ever seen your team of like 6 Pokemon. Who's your squad? Like, I know Salamence. I know you're a dragon fan. You're like a dragon mancer. Ooh. Drill Peck. Let me just go to our calculator. We're flying. Dude, that's so good. I think honestly, I think I just get rid of Torment. That's crazy. Oh, sorry. Gotta stop hitting that button. Hi, Cinder. Hi, puppers. Perfect. Get ice punched. Mega Sceptile looks so good. I love that Mega. Weirdeer. Great too. Casually a Mega. We have seen so many Megas. I swear, this first route is just full of them for some reason. Sparkle. It's currently Salamence, Noivern, Malamar, Ludicolo, Aggron, Tyrantrum, but I haven't updated my 6 in a while, so that's what it's been for a bit. But I'll probably swap some people in and out with more recent gens. I like it. I like the dragon theme with Ludicolo and Malamar. Just imagining Ludicolo like Terra's to dragon. But Ludicolo's type is so nice. Choice band. Oh, some of these items. Shell bell. Oh. I wish. I'm not fighting her. Let's fight this guy first. Guarantee there's not a single ice stone on this seed, right? Dude, when we needed a moonstone so desperately, and it would have just been so perfect. And we got instead 2 dusk stones. Is that crazy? Heartbreaking. Two dusk stones in like 1 route of each other. I am gonna heal here. Wait, no. I can heal with the Pokemon Center lady up here. Because this is not technically a dungeon. Wimpod. I like Gliscopod. Very cool Pokemon. That netballs when I find Vaporeon in the wild. And she has Regenerator. Just kidding. Can't even use Aqua Ring or anything. I keep thinking that's my phone ringing. Oh, I have the Pokemon battle as my my ringtone too. Have we found a Pumpkaboo every seed in this forest? How has this been happening? How are there so many Pumpkaboos? Oh. Hello, Celesteela. Oh my god. Not the battle, just the kind of ringing sound that's in the music somewhere. Oh, I see what you're saying. Alchemy? Mega Aerodactyl. Oh, that's right, all the different size variants. That actually makes a lot of sense. I was starting to feel a little crazy. It's like, how are there so many Pumpkaboos? But they have all the Vivillons, and I feel like we haven't seen very many of them. They got all the Furfrows, you know what I'm saying? There's like a lot of Pumpkaboos. Ooh, such a good sprite. That is beautiful. Bind, okay. I take you're only allowed to have one mon at a time, but can switch when it is at Pokestops or some such. So if you want to switch your only Pokemon, you have to hard pivot, which means there's a 100% catch rate with your Pokeballs. So if there's a Pokemon you want to see, you can't scout them out at all. You can't like see what moves or abilities they have. You have to just throw ball, that's your new guy. It keeps the randomness. Ooh, Poison Fang. We've got a Pecha Berry, but we might kill here. Okay, we gotta go fight this guy so we can get rid of our poison. before it's too late for us. Oh, I should have equipped it before I clicked. I wasn't thinking. At least it's Sunkern, I'll be honest here. I wonder if I should Orin first and then Pecha? No, I'll just Pecha. It is Sunkern. Thank goodness. With Sunkern with speed boost. I keep doing Bone Meringue because it's neutral on Fairy and it hits twice. So I feel like that's just a better idea than my other move. Sweet Kiss. No. I like our coverage too much right now. If Sweet Kiss maybe if it had like 100% accuracy. Peaceful. World's worst speed boost mon. Sunkern and Sunflora are both just really unfortunate Pokemon. Whoops. Alright, here we go. Ice Stone. Surely. Aw. Peaceful, thank you. That's so nice. Oh, citrus berry though? Not bad. Hi, Danny. Good to see you. Max Ether's good too. Whatever, we're level 13. Get our little watering pail. What the heck is a Wampus? That's my Crabrawler. Ooh. Very good. I should not fight her yet. Let's heal up before I get into any more battles. It's a little bit too scary. Hey, wait, did we get a protein at the beginning? We did. The heck? Here you go. Yeah, of course we have upgrade too. Okay, check this out. This is our ice stone. Next time for sure. Mega requires a dragon to say coming. Stop it. I already fought Mega Rayquaza. Surely it would not happen again so soon. Okay, let's go check up here. Just, you know. Just in case. X attack's not bad. It's not bad. It's not what I want right now, but it's not bad. Hello, Hodge Crow. Nest ball. Damn. Cute. Okay, we're only 13, so we need to go back and battle a couple more people. And then we'll fight Roxanne. Like this guy. Ooh. That is a fisherman's Pokemon, huh? Catch a friend to battle the twins? So I thought that you weren't allowed to use your HM friend as a... to battle with them. Am I allowed to do that? I've been like purposefully avoiding it. One of the gyms is mandatory double battle. Oh, that's true. We haven't even gotten there. I guess I gotta strategize that. We ain't gotta worry about that, man. Shut up. You just can't attack with your other Mon? Okay. They need to have some useless move. Bactria is so cool. Okay, at least now we're 15. Oops. Is there anyone else that I should know about that gives me items before I fight Roxanne here? Is there any other item givers that I didn't know? You ever just kind of miss playing this on the 3DS? You can't play Emerald on a 3DS. But yeah, I have all the other Pokemon games that you can play on the 3DS. I have the ones that they had on the eShop. I still play them with my husband. Except for right now, we're playing Leaf Green on the Switch and we're having a great time. A lot of people save double battles until the end of the game, grind, and knock out their own Mon first. Oh. Yeah. Cam, it's like my whole personality. What am I supposed to do? Not know it? Be some sort of fraud? I know like 3 things is Pokemon, dogs, and childcare. That's all the space in my brain. Everything else is like, we know of it. I also knew. Oh, I didn't equip an item. Whoopsies. So I'm gonna equip Orin here, but before we fight Roxanne, I'm gonna equip the Citrus. God damn. Ice punch. Actually, so nice that we have flying coverage. It could not be understated. And dragon coverage. Nice. Oh, you had a Gudra? That's some crazy... How? Okay. Nice. Eastwind Gudra looks like it should give me so much XP. Oh my god. The Ice Q without his ability is always so funny. Just so sad looking. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Rock slide? I think Bone Meringue is the better move. Because we already have Ice Punch for flying coverage, dragon coverage. The flinch would be really nice with Rock Slide. Check coverage. All right, let's look at it. It's like, I guess the one I'll click off of ground. Okay. Yeah, I think we keep Bone Meringue. What do you guys think? If you have two Pokemon, you walk in that spot, you end up doing a double battle. Oh, I didn't even... That makes so much sense. Just out of curiosity? Okay, let's try no Drill Peck. Wait, sorry, let me look at that one more time. For flying, 822 to 105. 789 to 119. This just seems like the way. I think you lose Drill Pick, really? Hold on. Maybe you're right. Like ×2 goes down a little bit, but neutral and ×4 both go up. Maybe we do. Because let's see, because we already have ice for grass too. Flying is really only super good against fighting and grass and bug, but like we'll be fine against bug. But Drill Peck is pretty nice. 8100's nice. I feel pretty strongly that I should keep Drill Peck. Am I trolling? Like, what am I missing? You need a spread move though? That's probably true. I'll swap it. You know what? I'll swap it. Okay, let's give you our citrus berry. Here we go. It's like kind of resists everything. Just gonna hit neutral no matter what I do. It didn't resist rock. Oh, you're right. I should have just rock slided. Whoops. Wait. Ice. Yes. Ice. Good against ground. The ground, ice, rock triangle. I sometimes do it backwards in my head. Oof. Citrus berry time. That's good. Oh my god. Wish we had a priority move here. Oh, well. That's nice. Perfect. We just double kick him. Wow! A fake out? Who do you think you are? Oh my god. Ooh, intimidate. Do we double kick? Do we ice punch here? I think we... I know, I was gonna say, grass doesn't have any other interaction. Ooh. Stop that. Oh, we crit. God, dude. Yes. Wampus? Wampus is our guy. Conversion. Okay. Perfect. You're a normal type. I could not have asked for better. Truly. Well, why are you so tanky? Oh my god, I almost threw up. Oh my god, I almost was so sick to my stomach. We did it. We beat Roxanne again. Hell yeah. Aftermath. David, you're such a hater. She did. She almost just crit us for no reason. Just with Tangrowth. She is so troll. Okay, just before I forget, we'll just give you one of these. Rest out. Oh, I'm about to run into the grass. We have 2 health. What's the TM? Oh yeah, I don't remember if the TMs are randomized. So yeah, it's just Rock Tomb. This is one of the things I messed up in my randomizer with. We can't learn it. Dang it. When I make the next batch of ROMs, I'm gonna make sure that I fix that though, because I messed that up. Oh wait, I gotta get cut. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. The next gym... Raleigh's what, like 19? Wait, do I go this way? Or is it the rival battle next? No, I have to go in the cave. I remember now. Not quite there. Everything should just be on the Ironmon Discord server, randomizer and everything. I did do that. Oh my god, Ice Cube again. I do have the server and I did follow it. I just actually randomized my own ROM the wrong way. Whoa. Hello, Terrapagos. What do you even do if you're not actually a stellar type? I should probably catch a second Pokemon before those guys. Aww. A Alolan Sandshrew. Nidoran? I need some not babies, is the thing. Well, I guess that actually doesn't matter. It's actually fine if they're a baby, because they're just a friend. Elekid? This is the baby route. Oops, only baby Pokemon. Oops, all babies. I'm catching him. This is our HM friend. And you are going in the Great Ball. No, you're going to Nest Ball because you're a baby. I'm naming you Fran. It has pressure. That's so funny. Why can't it learn cut? This is, again, probably my own user error. I think I messed up on the TM section when I was randomizing my stuff. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. That is true. Man, I can't even use it to use cut. Yeah, I've got to fix that. Oh wait, we're already 19. Oh my god. Dude, I can't even afford any other battles. Well, okay, hold on. To be fair, though, with the boss Pokemon, they have 6 Pokemon. So sometimes you get out, if you get out of that fight with Roxanne, like we're almost 19 anyway. So I have to be able to give myself some sort of leeway here. I don't know if it would be like within 5 levels or if that would be too much. But like this is unavoidable. Marowak is so cool. Okay, circuitry. Help, Burge. Oh, don't worry. Damn it. I was gonna say right after I get my ice stone. I was today years old when I found out that circuitry is a play on the word circuitry. Oh, true. I'll help you, Burge. Right after I get my ice stone. It is sure to be right here. Damn it. I've been trying to figure out my top 6 Pokemon, bro. I could make like 3 teams with Pokemon I call my faves. Are you using the website? Hold on. Are you using the website, Cam? It looks like this. Okay. You go through every type, through every generation, then you pick your ultimate favorite, and then at the very, like, this is very intensive. Okay? Here you go. Use that one. Come here, Burge. Oh, wait, I thought that was the battle, Cam. I wasn't paying attention. I thought that okay, I just killed a random Halucha. That's my fault. Oh. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Whoops. There we go. Thanks for saving my Burge. Hooray! Burge is free. Whoops. Rock slide time. Excuse me. Toipo. Oh. Oh, he did. I'm accidentally fighting every NPC. Man. Okay. We still have a rival battle. I have got to stop fighting things. Okay, we already fought her. Hooray! Thanks! Woohoo! Yay, this is the best stuff ever. Hello. Minchino? There he is. Mean look, okay. Not that worried. Okay. I think we're in okay shape. Ooh, they're gonna fight me. I can't just release you right here, huh? They can't learn cut anyway, so I'm gonna just put them in the box for now so we don't have to fight the twins in this moment. I know the level rule is self-imposed because it felt too easy, but the difficulty should even out. It usually does in other Kaizo as well. It's not uncommon to have 20 levels on trainers and still lose a run. I don't disagree. I don't disagree. It just felt... I felt so over-leveled. So maybe I should give myself some leniency. I mean, it's still the only XP I get is from trainers. I don't know, maybe I am making this too hard. I don't know. Did I fight her? Oh, why did I... Okay, it's fine. I mean, look at even my last run. I accidentally way over-leveled Frostmoth and still got one shot, turn one. So... Oh my god. Thanks, Kaltir. It really is like pretty self-imposed. But I just don't want it to be too easy, you know? But there's always some bullshit that can happen too, so. Okay, we do a little heal. Yeah, that's probably true too. Oh, speaking of, I was not expecting a trainer up here. Jump scared me, actually. The amount of times I've seen people lose runs mid-game to Pear Song or Destiny Bond is unreal. Yeah. We're not even that many runs in. It's happened to me multiple times. Okay. Here we go. Oh, that's right. It's this gym. Delio's so cute. Okay, that's another place where it would have been a double battle. I see. I see. It's our ugly predecessor. That was scary. Oh my god, do I have anything for this? Dude, not really. Okay. Maybe I just double kick. And that girl's gonna fight me, but maybe I can heal and Pecha Berry. That's what I should have started with. Why did I not double kick? Why did I rock slide? Dazzling Gleam. More consistent rock slide, but no flinch chance. Let's see. Three 2, 789. 328, 780, 101. That's if I got rid of rock slide, I guess. But I feel like I keep rock slide here because this is a special move too. Fairy is just, it's a nice move to have, but I already do have dragon coverage. I have dark coverage. And I hit things neutrally pretty strong. So I think I'll be okay without Dazzling Gleam. Oh, whoops. I'm at like just, I might just die next turn anyway. But it's pink? So true. I do gong. I fear I have to use our potion here and then Jet skin! Dead skin! Amazing! Where's Rapid Spin? We got Leech seeded. But we're okay because of Shed Skin. We literally don't have any potions or anything though. That is so scary. I mean, I have Oran berries, but... Very, very scary. Slap an Oran berry on that crab. Alright, Christian. I believe this will get rid of you. Orm. I believe one rock slide will do. Yeah, now I'm glad I have rock slide. Now I'm glad. I assume Typhlosion didn't make it further in the run. It was sad. We got to Roxanne, and it was like we were going so strong. It's been so many runs now. I'm probably gonna muddy it up, but I'm pretty sure we got Perish-songed by the Pumpkaboo, the second to last Pokemon, and we were just pretty walled out because we didn't have strong moves. We got paralyzed, Perish-songed, and walled. Are we missing anybody? This guy. Wampus, though. I mean, we're at Brawly's gym. Brawly scares the shit out of me. Okay, and then 6 out of 7 means that it's just the gym leader left, right? I think. Or are we missing one more? Oh, I think that's it. Okay, let me just look one more time at what we have. Just an Oranberry. Can't use any of this. We have an Awakening, a Max Ether, X Attack. That's what we got. Banned your one Pokemon. I can't. I'm like, how do I make this this battle harder? Kakarot! I love that he says that. Stab it is. Why are you so tanky? Ooh, Grass Whistle, no thanks. Two pure water Pokemon? Seems kind of crazy. Not you, though. We got the flinch! They always have to try and status your ass. Every time. Every time. That's nice. That's nice. Hmm? Detect. Here we go. Here we go. The detect spam again. Oh my god. Ooh. Why do you have this Pokemon? Why do you have Scovillain? Like, I've got answers for both of those individually, not on the same Pokemon. Oh, never mind. Why do I keep thinking grass resists rock? I've done that so many times. Okay. Surely it doesn't have levitate. Nice. Whew. Oh my god, we beat Brawly. This is the furthest we have ever gotten. Wow. Wampus be wompin'. All it took was almost being cheesed by Roxanne. Wow. I literally don't know what the game is like past this. We've never gotten this far. We got bulk. Can you learn bulk up? You can't learn bulk up? It's a fighting TM. That is so sad. That would act. That actually made me a little bit sad. I was really looking forward to that. Bulk up would have been so nice. Wonder why it can't learn it. Like, I know obviously like, it's a randomizer. You'd think that it would still be able to learn the... What am I talking to you for? Oh. White herb. That's nice. That's a consumable. If only my stats ever changed in a way that mattered. What is the next gym level? It's probably already like 24. Wow, right on the money. We're already 25. Amnesia raises special defense. I will not. I'm not going to change my coverage for this right now. You got quite the ways to Watson. Well. Twisted spoon. What's in here? Am I supposed to go in here? Maybe I should just save right now. Cause it's late. We can pick this up next stream. We can pick this up next stream and I'll feel like I didn't lose. You know what I'm saying? 1 a.m. I should go to sleep. But wow! We beat Brawly. This is our new personal best. The cave has Steven Stone at the end. I don't think it's mandatory. Hey, I'll keep it a buck. I don't really want to see Steven Stone. I'm sure that he has 6 Pokemon with my name on it. Wow, of all the Pokemon, Crabrawler is bringing us places. Address me. What? What? Address what? What's the elephant in the room, David? I meant Steven. Oh. Okay, God, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, we are currently on... Sorry, let me go back here for a second. This is attempt 66. Just gonna write this down. He just says, what's up? No battling. Oh, yeah? You just meet him? What a funny number. Oh my god. He gives you an item or something? It can even be an ice stone. Guess we gotta meet Steven Stone. Alright, you guys. Let's find someone to raid and I'm going to sleep. Who's online? Oh, let me turn this off. Bloop. Everyone playing Pokopia but me. You're the mad Charmander. I am, with his face pressed against the window. It's literally me. Let me in. I want to play Pokopia. Oh my gosh. Let's host Lynn. He's just having a good time playing Pokopia. I'm gonna raid and run though, because I don't want to watch the game. I want to experience it for my own self. Raid F if you're not subbed. Okay, have a good night everyone. I will see you later. See, tomorrow is Friday, so I'll probably see you on Saturday night. I might see you tomorrow, probably not, I don't know. But have a great night and a great start to your weekend. See you later. Goodbye.